Welcome. In this video, we're going to go over how to play Sentinels of the Multiverse using the Definitive Edition and then follow up by doing a solo playthrough. So down at the table, I'm going to go over how I've got everything set up here, and then we're going to go over the turn sequence and then jump right on into a gameplay. So for setting up the game, select a villain and an environment. And for the first game, it does recommend that we start with Baron Blade, and it lets us know not to shuffle the deck, so it's already set up in a particular order. This is going to be my first play running through with this new edition. I did play the original edition about a decade ago, just a couple times, but reading through the rules seems very straightforward here. So we're selecting the villain, which is Baron Blade, and an environment. So Baron Blade just lets us know his name. He's an Impulsion Beam inventor. He's got 40 health, and he's a villain. Special powers, when he would be destroyed, instead we're going to flip this card over. And he's got a start phase ability. There are 15 or more cards in the villain trash. Baron Blade's Terra Lunar Impulsion Beam activates, pulling the moon into the earth. Game over. This is a Nemesis icon, so any hero we choose that has that icon, they're going to deal 1 additional damage back and forth. And that happens to be Legacy. So whenever they do damage to each other, it's going to be +1. Then we also have an advanced version, which I'm not going to be doing, but if we did during the end phase, we discard the top number of heroes in the game minus 2 cards of the villain deck. And we have a setup ability on the side, summon mobile defense platform. And if this is set up, that should be the top card on there. Mobile defense platform comes in with 12 health. It's a device. Baron Blade is immune to damage, so until we defeat this, we can't take him out. During the end phase, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it is a minion card, play it. Otherwise, discard it. And our flavor text. So we take that blasted floating fortress out. Blade is practically untouchable. And over here, we have this set to 40 health. So there are 6 villains in the game and alternate versions of the same 6. So definitely some variety there. And this is supposed to be the easy one. There's also 6 different environment decks. So we just chose Megalopolis. And couldn't see where anything starts and play for that. So we'll just give that a shuffle and have it ready. Then for our heroes, I went with the 3 easiest ones to play. We'll see if they have what it takes to take care of him. So we've got Legacy. He's got 32 health. So we've got his tracker set there. Galvanize is a power, so until your start phase, +1 damage dealt by ally characters would be the other 2. So on his turn, he takes this power, and they do a little bit extra damage. And of course, if things go wrong, that is the backside. And for each of these, we're going to shuffle their deck and then draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got Thulk, the old 1-2, some keen vision, and a heroic interception. Then Tachyon, 27 health, testing. That's her power. Reveal the top card of your deck, draw it or discard it. And if things are going wrong, her other side. So shuffle her deck. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Hypersonic Dash, Sonic Vortex, Quick Insight, and Nimble Strike. And lastly, we have Ra, 30 health. Pyre is his power. Ra deals 1 target, 2 fire damage. And no true god when things go wrong. So take his stack of cards. 2, 3, 4. All right, so Fiery Tornado, Excavation, by Flame Reformed, and Scorched Earth. So that is the basics of setup. So the game itself, it's for 1 to 5 players. Now, the thing is, no matter if you're playing solo, it has to have a minimum of 3 heroes in the game. So if you're playing solo, you're controlling 3 different heroes. If you're playing 2 people, they recommend each player plays 2 characters. And of course, if you play 3 players, 4 or 5, just take 1 each. And our goal is to get to the win condition before the villain, who activates himself, will go through there. So he's got his win objective of getting 15 cards in his trash pile. and we just need to deal enough damage, get him flipped over, and do what's on the back side of the card. So real quick at the turn sequence, you see we've got the villain turn. It's got start phase, powers, play phase, and then end phase. Each hero is going to take a turn then. Start, play, power, draw, and end. And the environment gets a turn doing start, play, and end. So just going into each of those steps with a little more knowledge. So the villain, the start phase, follow any instructions on the reference on the villain card or turn. Play phase, play the top card of the villain deck. End phase, follow any instructions on the cards that reference the end phase. And for each hero, start phase, same thing. Play phase, we may play one card from our hand. Power phase, we get to use one power printed on one of our cards. So on each of our heroes is at least one power card. Some other ongoing cards we put out will give us a different power option. Then a draw phase, we get to draw one card. If we did not do a play phase or power phase, we get to draw one additional card. Then we have the end phase. Then the environment turn, start phase, play the top card of the deck, and then follow any end phase. And then repeat until we've won or lost this. So with that, I mean, game's fairly basic there. So we will start with Baron Blade going first. Start phase for him every turn is seeing if he's got 15 cards in the trash. Doesn't have that yet, so we get to keep on playing. So then he's going to play the top card here, which is the Blade Battalion. It's got 5 health. During the end phase, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP X melee damage, where X is the current HP of this card. All right. So we did the play phase, and now it's end phase, and we do that from left to right. So reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a minion card, play it. Otherwise, discard it. And that goes into a power turret, 7 health. Reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a minion, play it. It is not a minion, so it'll get discarded. And then with this one, he's going to be dealing 5 damage to the hero target with the highest health, which is Legacy. Now, this is a minion and not him, so it doesn't get the +1, so just doing 5 damage to him, taking him down to 27. Then Legacy gets to go, so we just go clockwise here. So no start of turn powers. So then we go into play phase. Let's see. I think we'll go for the old 1-2. So one shot, play it and goes to discard pile. Legacy deals 1 target, 2 melee damage, and then we get to play another card. So we're going to put 2 damage on that. Then we're going to play Thulk. Legacy deals 1 target, 5 melee damage, which would be enough to take the Blade Battalion out. So that's 2 out of 15 cards to losing. Then we go to our power phase. So we only have 1 power to play right now until our next start phase, +1 damage dealt by our allies. So I can put a reminder out for that. Then draw phase, we'll draw 1 card. Got another Thulk ready. All right, Legacy's done on the Tachyon. And what we're going to do is a Nimble Strike. She deals 1 target, 2 melee damage, which is going to be 3 because of his power. And then we may draw a card, and we will, into some HUD goggles. Then for our power, reveal the top card of your deck, draw it or discard it. Blinding Speed, I think destroying an ongoing card may be helpful. We don't have anything that's going to do that at the moment, so we'll keep it. And no end phase abilities, so on to Ra. And for him, we're going to do by Flame Reformed. We're going to draw a card into Inferno, then summon the Staff of Ra, and then we may play a card. So summoning, we're going to look through our deck to find the Staff of Ra. There we go. And shuffle. So item relic is limited, +1 damage dealt by Ra. Whenever Ra would deal fire damage to a target, you may double the damage dealt after applying all other modifiers after you do destroy this card. I think we're going to do those. Play Inferno. It's a one-shot. He deals one target, 3 fire damage, but we're +1, so doing 4. 2, 3, 4. Then Ra deals each non-hero target 1 fire damage, which is going to end up being 2. So we got that up to 11. Then for his power, Ra deals 1 target 2 fire damage, or 3 in this case, but it only takes 1 to defeat that. Then drawing into by Flame Reformed. So each of the heroes are going through. So now the environment, none in place, no start, play a card, and then end phase. So we are playing Bomb at City Hall. It's got 6 health on it. So during the start phase, this card deals each non-environment target 3 fire damage. Each hero character deals itself 3 fixed psychic damage. Each hero discards 2 cards and then destroy this card. That's just flat out nasty. In phase, 1 hero may discard 2 item cards if they do destroy this card. Well, let's see if any of our heroes have 2 items to pitch. Ra only has the 1. Has 0. All right, looks like we're going to have to deal 6 damage to it. All right, so now back to Baron, start phase. We've got 3 out of 15 there. Next card in her lineup is Hasten Doom. Baron Blade deals each hero target 2 toxic damage and play the top card of the villain deck. Let's see, so down to 28. Down to 25. And not a fan of this guy, so does 3 damage down to 24. And I'm going to play another one. Jet Jump Battalion, 4 health, minion. After this card is played, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If that card is a device card, to play it, otherwise discard it. It is a one-shot, so getting discarded. All right, so they're setting us up to lose, or at least get scared here for the way this thing's originally set up. All right, in phase, this card deals the number of heroes -2 hero targets, the highest HP 2 energy damage each. So basically 1 hero with the most health, 2 energy damage. So 24, 25, and 28. So going down to 26. And that is the end phase. So we're done up there. All right, we're going to go with the Thulk. Deal 1 target 5 melee damage. And that is going to be over here. For his power, give the +1 back to these. And then draw into bolster allies. Then on Tachyon, see, only 1 card there. Oh, we're going to do it anyway. Sonic Vortex. Deals up to X targets 3 sonic damage, where X is a number of cards in your trash, which is just 1 card. Is there anything better? Attacking deals each non-hero 1 sonic damage. Yeah, maybe we'll go with that one. After this card is played, Tachyon deals each non-hero target 1 sonic damage. Targets dealt damage this way cannot deal damage. So that's going to be 2 damage each, which will destroy that. 2 damage, and someone takes the first damage. Down to 38. Oops. Use her power. We'll draw into it, and then we draw a card, pushing the limits. For Ra, playing a card, put the staff in, given +1 damage dealt by Ra whenever he would deal fire damage to a target. We may double that damage and destroy it after the fact. And then his powers dealing 2 damage, 3, and 4. Seems a waste to put that all there. So we're going to put it up here down to 34. And draw into a consuming flame. In our environment. One shot, destroy 1 villain ongoing card. That's a minion. 1 hero ongoing card, which is fine. It was going to get destroyed eventually. And 1 environment card. There aren't any. Each target deals itself 1 fixed psychic damage. So down to 33. And that takes 1. And we're down to 23, 24, and 25. Then back to Baron Blade. We don't have 15, but we're a third of a way there. Playing a device, -1 damage dealt to this card. It's got 5 health. During the end phase, this card deals a hero target with the highest HP. It's going to be 3 energy damage. All right, but we do this one first. So the hero with the highest health is going to take 2 energy damage, which takes him down to 23. And then this one, Tachyon now has the highest health. So 3 damage, down to 21. So these +1s go away, but they're coming right back. We're going to bolster our allies. Each hero draws 1 card, and 1 hero other than you plays a card. So we draw into Bulletproof Skin, Tachyon, Hypersonic Dash, and Ra, Fire Blast. And I guess technically, yes, since they're going to do something here, I think we're going to have her bring in... Actually, no, that's going to hurt her for no reason soon. We'll just have Ra deal 5 fire damage. That thing reduces damage, so it just takes 4. Then we'll do our power. And draw into a Flying Smash. Then we're going to bring this into play. Ongoing limited. So power, we can deal 1 target 3 melee damage to destroy this card. Got a start phase where she takes 2 fixed damage. Play phase, we may play an additional card. Draw phase, you may draw an additional card. So play phase, we can play 1 more card. So what we're going to have her do is the Hypersonic Dash. Didn't really do that right the first time, I don't think. So after this card is played, Tachyon deals each non-hero target 1 sonic damage. Targets dealt damage this way cannot deal damage. So dealing 2 damage, which is enough to take him out, and with the -1 takes this one out. So they definitely won't be doing damage to us. And then down to 31. And I'll put that out there. That means this target cannot deal damage. So at our next start phase, this card gets destroyed. And then he can deal damage again. Then power, we're going to reveal and draw it. Then normal, draw a card. Sucker Punch. All right, we're going to go excavating here. So bury up to 3 cards from the environment deck. So that just puts them on the bottom of the deck. So that is 2 cards. Then we get to discover X relic and or ongoing cards, where X is the number of cards buried this way. So that's going to be 2. So just start discarding cards from the top of our deck. We're looking for a relic and ongoing. So that's ongoing. And we need 1 more. That's ongoing. All right, so that card is played. So if we had gotten anything else, they'll get shuffled in, but now these get to be played. So Ra is immune to fire damage and power until the start phase. Hero characters are immune to fire damage. And also, as a power, Ra deals one target 3 fire damage. So we've got those out in play for Ra. So we're going to use this power, dealing 3 fire damage, which is going to turn into 4, down to 27. Then draw into Inferno. Then Environment's turn. So Plummeting Monorail. Emergency, start phase, this card deals the 2 non-environment targets with the highest HP 5 melee damage each. Destroy this card. In phase, one hero may deal themselves 2 fixed psychic damage and 2 fixed melee damage. If they do, destroy this card. We're going to end phase now. So basically, someone can take 4 damage to get rid of this card. Sounds like something Legacy would do. So down to 19. And villain phase, not 15, but it's not looking good there. Consider the price of victory. Ongoing, -1 damage dealt by hero targets. Start phase, each hero discards a card. Baron Blade deals each hero target 1 sonic damage. Discard the top 3 -1 cards of the villain deck and destroy this card. That's nasty. Then on to Legacy. So these go away, but they're coming back. So we're going to give him some bulletproof skin. So -1 damage dealt to Legacy every time. And then for his power, bringing that back out. Draws into Bolstering Allies. Then over here, start phase. She deals herself 2 fixed damage, down to 19. Then destroy this card, which gets rid of that token. Then we're going to play Fleet of Foot. Each hero may draw 1 card, and then we may play a card. So Legacy, Dauntless Durability, Tachyon, Blinding Speed, and Ra gets more Excavation. Then we get to play a card, plus we get to play an additional card. We're going to destroy 1 ongoing card. Then we're going to draw 3 cards and discard 2. Let's see. Play a card, draw a card, that's a keeper. Let's see, reaction, draw a card or play a card. If you play a card this way, destroy this card. It's the number of cards in your trash, that's a keeper. So we're drawing 3, discarding 2. That's going to be one of them. Then we'll get rid of another Blinding Speed. Then our power is going to be reveal and draw. Or discard. Ra is going to deal 1 target 3 damage. 4 and 5. It's down to 22. And then Ra deals each non-hero target 1, 2, 3 fire damage. Down to 19. And for our power, we're going to deal 3, 4, 5, down to 14. And draw into a Fire Blast. All right, they're starting to do stuff. We need Legacy to pick it up. All right. Our environment, Burning High Rise, 6L, start phase. This card deals each hero targets 2 fire damage. Each hero character deals itself 2 fixed psychic damage, then destroy this card. Or in the end phase, each hero may discard any number of cards. If 3 plus 2 cards are discarded this way, destroy this card. So if we can get rid of 5 cards, this goes away. So what we're going to do is Ra is going to get rid of 2 cards. Tachyon gets rid of 1. And Legacy pitches 2 cards. So there's our 5 cards to get rid of that. And then Baron Blade. What are we at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Living force field, ongoing, -1 damage dealt to Baron Blade. In phase, he regains 3 -1, 2 health every round. That's got to go. So in phase, gaining 2 up to 16. And over here, he's going to bolster his allies. Each hero draws a card, and then one hero other than you plays a card. So drawing into the Legacy Ring, HUD Goggles, and Blazing Barrier. And officially those aren't back out yet. So picking her to play a card, destroy an ongoing card. And he'll use his power. And so I can remember he's -1 damage because of this. Make it bigger. All right, and then drawing into Motivational Charge. Then Tachyon has to give herself 2 damage, down to 17. So we can play 2 cards. First one is this, draw a card, and then play up to 2. So we can still play 2 more cards. We've got another one of those, but it's ongoing and limited, so we can't have 2 of these in play. So we'll play Nimble Strike. Deal target damage 2 + 1, so 3, and then we may draw a card into Expedited Efficiency. So down to 13. What cards do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to do a Lightspeed Barrage. Tachyon deals 1 target, X melee damage, where X is the number of cards in her trash, so it's 12 + 1. We're dealing 13 damage and shuffling our trash into our deck. So it takes him down to 0. This gets shuffled in. And with that down to 0, because of that, we'll flip this over. So when flipped to this side, destroy all villain ongoing cards and set Baron's Blade HP to 30. There are none. Baron Blade in phase. In phase, Baron Blade deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 melee damage. Baron Blade deals each hero target 1 energy damage. All right, so now we don't need to be concerned about the cards in the discard pile. It's just he's hitting hard now. So back up to 30. So that was a good punch for her. Then use her power to look at a card and then draw it or discard it. We'll keep it. Then draw phase. I haven't been doing that. We can draw an additional card. Blinding Speed and Expedited Efficiency. For Ra, Fire Blast. He deals 1 target 5 fire damage. So 5, 6, 7, down to 23. And then for his power, he's going to deal 3, 4, 5, down to 18. And then draw into By Flame Reformed. And our environment. Hostage Situation. It's got 6 health. Start phase. Each hero destroys one of their item cards. Each hero discards a card. Then destroy this card. In phase, 1 hero may discard 2 one-shot cards. If they do, destroy this card. So now we're into the end phase. Nope, doesn't have the option, just 1. I think Ra's going to take this one. 2 one-shots there. Then back to him. So Backlash Field Generator, 6 health. Device after the villain. After any villain target other than this card is dealt damage by a hero target, this card deals the attacker 2 lightning damage. So that might have to be dealt with. Then end phase, he's dealing the hero with the highest HP 3 damage. So 19, 17, 23, down to 20. And then he's dealing everyone 1 energy damage, so down to 19 and 16, and they're not friends, so he takes 2, but he's -1, so ends up taking just the 1. All right, Legacy is going to bring in a motivational charge. So as a power, Legacy deals 1 target 3 melee damage, then each of our allies regains a hit point. So that's going to be his power. So 3 damage here. Then gaining up to 15 and up to 20. And then drawing to Dauntless Durability. Tachyon's going to take 2 damage down to 13. We're going to draw a card to play up to 2. Or, sorry, draw a card, then play up to 2. Number of cards in our trash. Say that for the final blow coming up. Then we're going to Sucker Punch. We're going to deal 1 target, 1 melee damage. Then if that target has 2 or fewer HP, destroy that target. And we should have 1 more card to play. And we're going to do the Sonic Vortex. She deals up to X targets 3 sonic damage. There's only 1 target out there. So down to 15. Then for her power, we're going to get rid of this thing. So it deals 1 target 3 melee damage and then destroy this card. Down to 12. Then drawing a card into Quick Insight. So I don't have any cards I want to play, so we'll skip that, go straight to the power. So we're going to deal 4 damage. Down to 8. And draw into a Blazing Barrier. And Environment. Bank Heist in progress. On each hero's start phase, that hero may skip to their draw phase. After a hero does so, destroy this card. Start phase, each hero discards a card. Play the top card of the villain deck and destroy this card. All right, we're hoping we're going to have him taken care of. So on his turn, Hasten Doom. Baron Blade deals each hero target 2 toxic damage. And play the top card of the villain deck. So we're taking down to 18. Down to 11. Then it's 3 minus 1, so still 2, down to 16. Then we play the next card also. After this card is played, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If that card is a device card, play it, otherwise discard it. It is a device, so we'll play it. +1 damage dealt by this card for each other device card in play. End phase, this card deals each hero target 1 energy damage. All right, so we're in the end phase now. We start with him. He's going to deal the guy with the most health 3 damage. So 16, 11, and 18 down to 15. Then he deals everybody 1 damage down to 14, 10, and we're +1 -1 down to 15. Then this goes off. This card deals 3 -2 hero targets with the highest HP 2 energy damage. So he's taking 2 damage on this one, -1, so down to 14. And then this one deals each hero target 1 energy damage, 1 -1, down to 9, and down to 13. All right. All right, we're going to deal some damage. Flying Smash. Legacy deals up to 3 targets, 3 melee damage each. So 3. 3, and these guys aren't friends, so 4 down to 4 health, and then our power deals 1 target 3 melee damage, which is going to turn into 4. So that takes him down. And not that it matters, but it's always nice healing a little bit from our friends. So Baron Blade has been defeated, and it was nice Legacy actually did some damage and put in the final blow. So that is the basics of setup, turn structure, and how to play Sentinels of the Multiverse. As always, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.